All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. 180!
Wide, get wide.
21.
Watch safety creep, creeping.
Black!
Jam.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
It's our time.
Hey, alert!
On second down, a run with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
36. Shift.
12.
Check 31. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Here we go. 180!
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Here we go. 180!
Watch the slant.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
We own them. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he works free. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors.
Here we go.
They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
11. Set hunt.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
12, fellas, here we go.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Set hunt.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier. Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's got room.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Here we go.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this throw caught left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. Check.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, 49ers nothing.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check safety.
Six.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Garoppolo, 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Mike,
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but now it's 3rd and goal.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
56, 56.
Show it up.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know it's hard to see inside the face mask of the defender right now, but I'm willing to guess that there's a nice little grin on his face because to make that type of a play downfield, you wonder if you're going to be able to make it. You know that if you don't make it, it's a big play that you're giving up. But when you do bat the ball away and you come back and you embrace your teammates, that's a lot of momentum you're bringing back to the huddle. Now you feel like they can't complete anything when they don't hit deep shots.
Mike 54. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That's probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Middle. Alert.
Allen now to throw again. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Round 80.
51. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Pass 85.
Allen now on first down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Bills.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll run on first down with Singletary. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, I got him. That's me.
Regular.
Check.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Round 80.
56. Too low.
He may try and run for this. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Here we go.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Caught by Sanu. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49ers' 11-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Yeah. You don't want none. You go tight.
Pass 85. Pass 85.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
6-6. Pull it high. Check 13. Check. 5 wide. 5 wide. 5 wide. Alert.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Get him.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, it's White. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen throwing again. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a run with Singletary. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He's brought down at the 31. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Alpha! Hey, let's go. Yeah. Middle.
All day, dog. Go, Mike 51.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Right 319.
Right there, 54 Mike. Run it!
Alert! Hey, team 6.
Mike 54. No chance.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Room to run past midfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Mike 56. Keep it up, defense. Stop. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Hey, watch the leg.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and get. Additional yardage, but just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. White now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Singletary. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
56, check 56. Hey, orbit. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
56, 56. Bravo.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and a couple. Allen. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for a 49er first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
11.
Garoppolo now. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They run with Breida. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He finds Coleman.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check three.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And some room to maneuver. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Mike's 56. I'm coming. 56. Mike, 56.
Alert.
56. You can't block me.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver. Now,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kwan Williams. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and now it's second down.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? You keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And this is incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Buffalo,
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Need to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. Got me booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Get your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet pointed car.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand.